start with the ET mid and the Ogre bottom, you're committed to giving that Dark Seed levels of farm.
TP down from EGM, immediately looks to fall into position, following through in the Stormhammer onto Trixie. Trixie in a bit of trouble here. Back up, but it's not going to be enough in Alliance. They'll find themselves first blood. See if they can get anything more out of this one. Indeed, surrounding Cinder, and with the Stomp loaded, jukes out the sleep very nicely. Comes back in with that Stormhammer to find a second. And Alliance catching Escape Gaming totally.
Come for a gank, I'll get the range stun on him. But definitely something that Limp will be wary of. Alternatively, he can look to rotate to the side lanes and start pressuring towers if he wants to.
Bottom lane Escape returning their full tri-lane pack down here as well. EGM making the pull Sinner and seeing if he can interfere with it at all. Bringing Trixie over as well. But Yap already heading away, looking to get that 6-minute rune down from bottom. Yep. And that's because the Unison fans starting to skip the creep waves up top as well, so more and more pressure being put onto Era's lane. And as we see, he's a little bit behind Loader. Definitely the farming for this safe lane spend going a bit better for Alliance, and the fact he got involved in those kills, but now he could be in trouble. The stuns, the Sunstrike, it's enough from Escape to bring down the Sven. And Loader taken down. And that's a big kill as well for Escape.
Where he wants to go, does he rotate into the jungle, does he go back bottom? He will head back towards bottom lane, but this is a lane that's going to get more and more difficult now because of the arcane boots.
Well, they catch out the Sven with the sleep, but of course just looking to burst down the Oracle instead, making sure no chance for a Face Edict or such comes out. And again, these Sunstrikes, it's getting Koik for in a very... And just surrounding him, coming for our found the tower. There we do have it, just coming up in time. I mean, that actually might have saved him. He just had enough mana there as it ticked up for that Blade Fury, but still with a wraparound from Limp, he loses his life. They have lost the Slardar, but with the chase down onto Trixie, Alliance will look to make sure that this trade, a 2-for-1, favoring them. The rotation is successful, and they'll be able to get a good amount of damage done onto this tower. They may even be able to take this kill.
They're going to farm one more camp there.
They did see.
Oh gosh, I'm surprised if he farms this.
He may be in trouble, yeah.
Yeah,
he certainly is in trouble. Didn't get the memo.
Yeah, a bit silly. He had all the information. He vendetted on top of an observer, and finishing farming the first camp is fine because you know how long it takes to get there. But going for that second camp.
Back of this. Looking for another. EGM is going to be saved by the Face Edict. Now Alliance with the turnaround. Getting the Dragon Tail out. On to the next assassin, but in fact at the end of the day the heal's helping out. And Era will just quickly pick off EGM on the side with the Omni. Omni slash there, securing himself that tasty kill, getting the phase boost done. And Escape Gaming 5 for 4. Certainly looking to be in a better position than they were in game 1 at this stage. 11 minutes in, it's looking strong, quite first still at the top of his game. And both of them going to be very hard to slow down, and they're looking to move in on to the Dragon Knight with the Blade Fury, the magical damage ripping through him. Alliance just losing some very key kills there in quick succession, and Escape Gaming want to throw in terms of defending this one. Already the wraparounds coming through from EGM. They're looking for Cinnamon in the tree line. They will find him with the initial crush. And Skin could be in trouble. They're going to drop the wall down as well. A lot of hate here for this Ogre, making sure that they get the kill, and they do.
Yeah, they had vision of Trixie bottom, so they know Trixie can't fight because he's got in the neighborhood.
He is around, and of course he'll be happy to set something up for a Sunstrike. He'll let Loader. Let's pull a little bit low to the Ancients. There we go, coming in, but of course the Hanskin, of course, game 2 on the Oracle this time around with the save. False promise. And Alliance maybe let's see if they can turn. An ult comes through from the Absol, and with that they've actually found Loader. They'll get EGM and Hanskin. And even though the initial attempt there with the stun and Sunstrike isn't successful,
much physical damage. The Sunstrike just does such high single target burst.
Innocent fan. He's going to be caught out as well. I mean, Sims and Trixie, they'll look to take him. He has the mech. It will buy him some time to get out. It looks like he will just survive. Now for the turnaround, EGM sprinting forward, looking for Sin. Dan Yapso in the sidelines, just a crush onto the Elder Titan. A quick turnaround for Sin, and now Era turning up to the fight as well. He does have Omni Slash available for this one. Just using the Blade Fury to clear out the creeps, moving across. Loading against the Stormhammer onto Trixie, but there's no follow-through damage. EGM tries to come in for a crush. He's not going to make it. Era with the Omni Slash bringing Loader down low, looking to chase him out. Loader with the War Cry, trying to get himself away. He will just get himself out in time. But the Ignite, is that going to take him out?
Duo.
Well, what do you think about the build of Koik for this game? He's gone from the minus the bots and straight into the Bleed Dagger. No drums, no ags first.
It's kind of cool. Something we saw around the Ancients fight. It didn't actually end up mattering too much. Was he can TP onto the Astral Spirit of the Elder Titan, so he can be kind of farming and split pushing a lane and then TP in for a fight and not just on a even if it's in the jungle, just because of that Astral Spirit TP. So it's a really nice bit of synergy there.
Stun. They got the follow-up. They have got the ult in the switch. This is going to be messy for Alliance. They've already lost one. They could try and turn it though. Surrounding Yapsor, they will get a trade. So they'll take that. If they can get anything else, the haste read on Trixie, he'll be able to get himself out of there. Let's see what kind of a lead they can get. Trixie with the Vendetta. Loda on the back at the moment. Koifa coming in across the bottom of the river. Stinger's actually going to be the one to open her. Maybe even looking to try and get Alliance's attention. Trixie's actually going to miss the stun though. Doesn't get it onto Hansken. Yapsor throws down the ult and the sleep to hold back some of Alliance. But already Escape Gaming, they've lost one. Alliance find themselves anything else. By the looks of it, it's just... Let's see what they can do here. Back around towards the Ancients again. Chasing down Hansken. And he's going to be the first one potentially in trouble. Has got the Fate's Edict, allowing him to walk this off for the time being, but of course the damage still there to follow through. Escape Gaming finding another, taking back again this control around.
Good 2.5 minutes to take just a range rack, so it's ultimately a worthwhile exchange for them.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Looking for an initial harassment onto Limp. We've got Trixie there. Right now the stunner and the... Whoa, hey, K, he's got...
Great impel from
That
Trixie.
is a DK out for 50 seconds. Limp to hit the sidelines. Didn't use the BKB, I guess just underestimating the burst. And once I just got lock on through, but here's the combo that they were looking for. They get the vacuum, the wall, the crush, loaded with the damage, but immediately just held back by the stun. The multicast for Sin Loader held in place. He can't get the damage out. With the Solar Crest on him as well, he will finally get a punch on the Koifa, but the rest of his hits were just missing. He'll buy back. As Alliance losing 3, the Invoker kill was a big one, but they need more than that. Loader do anything here. He doesn't have God's strength. Jumps in, has the vision onto Trixie, looking to finish off the Nyx Assassin. Will find one Sin with the Fire Blast onto EGM. EGM's out. It's a triple kill for Era as he moves on, finishing the melee racks. Jonas and Fanaloader starting to punch into him, but a good sleep from Yap holds them back. The question is if Alliance can chase this one down. Hansken's looking to see if he can get a lock onto Cinder, and Cinder moves the TP away, but the jump forward, they don't get the chance to cancel it in time. So Escape Gaming get the job done down there. They get out. They did lose Trixie, they did lose Koifa, but at the moving forward and getting the Dragon Tail onto Sin. It's a very split up fight though, as we can see Escape Gaming pretty much surrounding Alliance. They're all split up. Eric jumps in with the Omni Slash. Hansken falls promising himself here. Fate's Edict onto Loader, trying to heal him back up, but Trixie already under. They did get the Amplify out in time though, so this allows them to kill the Nyx Assassin.
Got Koifa too.
So holding Loader back. They have found Koifa. Can they get themselves anything more already? It's going to be a pretty good fight for Alliance. The crush onto Yap, so they found themselves a third. They might not be done yet either. Era could be in trouble as well. Blinks away. That could be just a little too far to chase, but they'll take that Alliance, taking 3 heroes down.
Damage. They can take Roche.
This is exactly what they needed. Huge gold swing there.
The next 10 minutes probably going to be Alliance favored, then as it goes later in the game, it becomes Escape favored because of how good Invoker scales.
Loader could be in trouble here. He does of course have that Aegis. He does have the backup of the Oracle and immediately turning onto Trixie. At the same time though, Era's able to jump in and pick off EGM on the Slider with the Omni Slash. Loader continues to chase though. Ward behind Sind. Is it going to be enough to keep him alive? And well, with the Stomp, it may just be Sind surviving for the time being. And with that healing ward, he's able to walk it off. Gets himself out of there.
It's the tankiest ogre I've ever seen. It's got 30 armor with the Solar Crest.
Oh, no, Era jumps straight back in. He's looking for Hansken. Hansken with the TP out is not going to make it. Tornadoes there from Koifa. Alliance to lose their Oracle. So Alliance keeping Loader alive, keeping hold team.
They're struggling to deal damage.
Here we go, ready for the jump up. Alliance look for the chase down. BKB pop by Jonas and Fan. They'll look to focus Trixie first. Trixie burrows up. Will finally be taken down almost certainly by Loader's damage. Indeed, that's the first kill for Alliance. Limp chasing down Yapsor. The healing ward's out. They probably want to take that down, and they do indeed. Limp gets the touch onto it. EGM being focused by Cinderun, but Hansken's there with the backup heals. They'll surround Yapsor. Alliance take down a second. EGM still gets another crush out, and with the heals from Hansken, EGM's going to be fine. And Alliance looking to find themselves a third kill in this team fight, and they will get it with a vacuum back from Jonas and Fan. Another strong fight from them as Alliance continue to climb their way back into this game.
Really, really good smoke usage there, just wrecking.
He's going to blink down. In fact, he finds the courier here, and team might just get this one. One more touch would do it, but it looks like they'll get it out into this sidelines just in time. BKB's coming through. Amici jumping the back wall onto 2. They burst it down Sin, but at the same time, Era with the Omni Slash finishes off EGM. 1 for 1 at the moment. ERA looking to hide in the trees. He still has the Blade Fury. Doesn't have any TP, but he's got the blink up and the backup of his team. In fact, he's going to blink forward aggressively. Immediately, Limp turns around with the Dragon Tail. The sleep from EAP, not to catch anyone off the back of that stomp. Limp in a lot of trouble though. BKB on cooldown and the magical damage ripping him to pieces. They'll look to Loda with a false promise. Trying to make Loda being able to turn around for this fight, but he's held in place by the Earth Splitter. ERA hitting down onto him. False promise is going to end, and the damage is too much to spend to fall. Escape Gaming finding the exact team fight that they wanted here. Hanskin looking to just juke out with the Glimmer Cape, but the Sunstrike Vision is going to find him. Koikful with the plays there to finish off Oracle as well. Alliance, they've lost 4. They do have buybacks available on Limp and Loda. But as we saw, easily blinks away. They do have that gem on Jonas and Fan. So they do have to be a little bit careful with how they initiate with the Invoker. But in fact, well, Loda is headed up to the high ground, getting caught out with the Omni Slash as well. Loda's down and he's out for 90 seconds. No buyback. This could be the end of game 2 potentially for Alliance. ERA chasing down Hanskin, Koikful blinking forward. Looking to see if they can find anything more out of this, but they've lost to Alliance. It's just going to be a question of how the best of the 3 of these guys can hold the base against the full 5-man of Escape. It's going to be hard, it's going to be tough. Wolves drop, BKB's out from Limp, trying to force them away. EGM keeping their attention outside of the base, but he's out. And as we're seeing, just a little bit of a show here from Escape Gaming as they chase down Limp with the Diffusal Blade. They find the Dragon Knight as well onto the tier 4s. So GG is called. And Alliance again where they did their best.